Deathwatch picture up, but I figured it out. Okay, I got a camera right in front of my face today. Welcome to the Creating Comics live stream. I'm your host, Chad Harden. Here with me today are my interns out, almost messed up, Perry and Ray Ray. Say hi, guys.
Hello. How's it
Hello.
hanging?
Okay, can you see my Harley commission?
I'll let you know after this ad.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm watching an ad right now
Okay.
on your Twitch channel.
So I turned off autofocus in the hopes that it would be more stable. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, wow. If I accidentally touch that, did you see that vibration? That's not good. That's going to make everybody sick. So I got to just make sure that I don't accidentally. There we go. Okay, we shouldn't have any artifacts. You should just be seeing my drawing surface, which right now is a custom full body, or actually, sorry, half body Copic of evil Harley Quinn in her original Batman the Animated Series outfit.
Isn't Harley Quinn usually evil?
So
She's pretty neutral.
she's almost like I call her like chaotic neutral, like if we're talking about alignments. Because she can be a force for good and a force for bad, just depending on what she wants. Like if she wants to save a dog, then she's like she saved Nathan, she's good. If she wants to murder somebody for not having a working Slurpee machine at 3 a.m, she's bad.
That's kind of relatable.
It's very relatable.
You know what? I get that. I can't judge.
No. Have you guys ever read Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
I was just about to say, he's about to bring up Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
There you go. We are fans of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. So, okay, Mecha Jared is aboard. Mecha Jared, I am so sorry. Jared was trying to text me before, but I've just been so busy, buddy. But I'm glad you made it to the chat. So, welcome aboard. So, anyway, today, I also have other commissions, but since this is a family-friendly one, I'm just going to show the family-friendly parts of this Lady Death commission, which is right about there. Now, don't worry, that's not a flaw on the drawing. It's just a part of that Mylar bag. Anyway, we're going to be doing another classic Harley. This is for my friend in Hawaii who requested a classic Harley in a Hawaiian shirt. So, nothing to do with certain separatist groups in the United States. Anyway, so let's get... Wow, I accidentally destroyed this comic bag, which I'll need to replace. Let's get our sketch cover out and let's start the old process. What say y'alls? Okay, there we go. Look, nice and pristine. Oh, it's so pretty. And we're zoomed out far enough that we can see most of the book, so that's always a plus. I'm just going to push this up a little bit more.
Do you also want to mention why we didn't end up streaming last week? I don't know if there was ever an announcement made.
No, I totally meant to. But yes, we were in, or actually I was in Vancouver, Canada at Fan Expo Canada. So I was actually on a plane in an airport, which is why we weren't streaming. And I apologize. We should have totally announced that and let everyone know. I believe, Perry, you told me to, like, what, 3 days before I left? And then I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
I think so, like 2 or 3 days. I'm like, yeah, we'll make an announcement if we're not going to do anything. And you're like, oh yeah, I got it for sure.
Yeah. And then I chatted. I straight up chatted. All right, Golf Boy Sunday. It was good to see you at Fan Expo. How did you find Vancouver? I loved Vancouver. It was absolutely beautiful. It was also freezing. But I loved.
You got snow trapped, didn't you?
No. I got COVID trapped. I accidentally let my test expire coming back in.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep. So I'm just gonna do like a really loose gesture for the head. I don't want to do anything too permanent at this point. Just want to sort of block in my composition.
Yeah, Golf Boy Sunday said it got colder this week. I feel like something happened to where like it's been colder. Like even here, it's been freaking cold and snowy for the last like 3 days.
Man, when we got back from Utah or into Utah, it had to be 30 degrees colder than when we left.
Yeah.
So now, would you guys do? So, if it's Harley in Harley's original outfit, Randingo Art says, "Hey Chad, hey Randingo, right back at you."
What up, Randingo?
And then Mark May is here, so howdy, sir, to Mark. And then Mechajer said he just added Jim Lee's Twitch as well. Always depressing to be an artist and watch Jim Lee draw because he is amazingly fast and amazingly good. But my thoughts on this commission, I'm thinking unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt because otherwise we're covering up the original outfit. What do you?
Yeah, I think unbuttoned would be good. Yeah, that way it's like, you can still see you can still see like, her iconic looking thing, but it's like, I'm vacation mode, Harley.
Yeah, maybe, what if I did like some lays? Just some Hawaiian lays.
If you could do like a red, black, and white lay.
When I went to Amazing Hawaii, one of the Harley fans made me a Harley Quinn lay, and I have it. I still have it. It's hanging above my bed with all my other permanent lays. I didn't know. Did you guys know? Do you guys know that they make them out of fabric too? It's not just flowers all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought they were always flowers, but I like the cloth ones because they don't die, and I always get
they last.
Sad when, yeah, Joy loves flowers, but they always die, and there's a logic part of me that's like, this is not. We shouldn't be doing this. But I'm not a flower fan. They're not for me. They're for Joy.
Ooh. Sorry, Mecha Jared just said, Chad, I still have the Full Metal Alchemist picture you drew for me, and that got me really excited because I love Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood, though, not the other one they came out with. That one I refuse to acknowledge exists. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is so good.
Oh, okay. I need to. I need to do one for Mori too. Mori Sabi that was on last time. So Jared, next time we have Mori Sabi on, we gotta do Mori's piece. So once again, I'm just really loosely getting everything in. Now I'm gonna just start making some construction lines.
But yeah, Golf Boy Sunday said watching Brotherhood now, it is pretty good. Like I don't know how much I can talk about Brotherhood because like I watched it one time through. I cannot bring myself to watch it again, even though I love it, just because like parts of it ruined me. But it is so good. I love it. Envy is my absolute favorite. I love Envy.
I'm going to take your word for it because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
For once, it's our turn, Alex.
Do it.
Yes. Okay.
Rule the airwaves.
Well, yeah, Ray. I'm assuming, have you watched Brotherhood?
So many times.
Sweet. I'm wondering, before like we really go off, because I do not want to give away like any spoilers or something, Golf Boy Sunday, fair. Is this your first time watching it? And also, like, if it is your first time watching it, how far into it are you? Because, yeah, I don't want to give away, like, anything that would be, like, monumental.
There's some awesome twists that we wouldn't want to ruin.
There are! Oh my gosh. So, until they get a chance to respond, who's your favorite character in that?
I figured you were going to ask that, and so I immediately started trying to think of, like, who I would say my favorite is. It is so hard to choose because they're all so vibrant and different.
Oh, so, yeah, it's Golf Boy Sunday's first time, and apparently they're only on episode 10, so they're, like, not far at all, so there's not a whole lot we can talk about.
I love Armstrong very much. I wouldn't say he's like my favorite because I'm not sure I could pick a favorite, but Armstrong is very beloved to me.
Okay, when I once spoke to some people about drawing the faculty as like anime characters, someone told me, you better model Chris after Armstrong, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I can see it.
with like the little sparkle and everything.
Yes.
Which animated character would I be? Homer
See,
Simpson.
I don't know.
I'm like trying to think now.
I think I fit all the requirements for Homer pretty well, and I'd rather be Homer than like who's the guy from Family Guy? Peter Griffin.
Oh, Peter.
Homer doesn't wear glasses, but I think Peter's annoying. I don't know.
I thought you meant like from
watched...
FMA, and I was like, who from FMA would be Chad Hardin?
No, I don't even know. I didn't know we were limiting it to Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, Alphonse is precious. Alphonse is a very
Alphonse.
precious character. It just like, so because you're on episode 10, I will bring this episode up. It's episode 3 with the freaking Chimera. I'm bringing that one up because you're like 3 episodes in and already it's like, let's just rip apart your whole heart.
Oh wow.
It just,
Pain, sad noises.
I know. Because you said you've never watched it, right, Chad?
I know. I know of it. I know, and I probably watched a little bit. So this is what I remember. I think there's 2 brothers, and then one of them gets turned into like a giant armor robot thing.
Like his soul is
like
bound
an
to
enchanted
the
suit of armor. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then wackiness ensues. Like that's what I remember. And I know I've seen enough of the designs that I mean they're everywhere, so I know it's popular. But for me, it's like I could only consume one thing, and the thing I chose to consume was Naruto. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's like my anime manga time is, and then I haven't finished anything. I think I watched like the first 2 seasons of Naruto, and then my next anime thing is My Hero Academia, and I'm only into 2 seasons on that. So, and I still haven't finished Attack on Titan. I still haven't. Anyway. So yeah, I'm starting a lot of stuff, finishing nothing. But my son says Attack on Titan is the bomb, and I need to get back on it. So.
See, Golf Boy Sunday says, yes, the Chimera scene, I'm a dad too. Yeah, so that's gonna hit like twice as hard. Then, like, if you're also a parent and you watch that freaking scene, it just, ugh. Let's see, Edward was my guy. I just love how crazy he goes about short jokes. Yeah. He's small.
There we go.
It's not really a spoiler, but I love how Alphonse has the habit of picking up stray cats and just putting them in his armor.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know how many times he does it throughout the series, but every time he does it, I'm just like, yes.
Because cats feel good. Roaming around your empty insides.
If you can keep them warm and safe, it's worth it.
There you go.
Yeah, no, Golf Boy, you're definitely in for a wonderful anime. Like, it's fantastic.
It's a really good experience.
I'm gonna clean
I
up
just like, there's so much.
lines. Sorry, keep going, guys.
I was gonna say there's so much I want to talk about Envy, but I can't because it's too spoilery. Because it just, like I said, that's my favorite.
Everybody dies. Everybody dies. Look at Chad being a troll. This is me. Is it like Attack on Titan where you shouldn't get attached to anybody?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like, there are some character deaths, and the ones that are there hit really hard, but it's not like, oh, there goes every single character.
Yeah, I've actually never seen Attack on Titan.
It gave me nightmares. I was not prepared for how disturbed I would. Hold on, I'm gonna blow this. There we go. All right, there we go. Get all the shavings off. I wasn't prepared for how disturbed I was going to be by that show. But I had dreams about waking up inside Titan stomachs in acid, slowly.
Yikes!
Digested. Yeah.
I might like it. Okay.
Our streams always come to this.
What, Vor?
Bad.
is the first time this has been brought up. Okay. Also watching season 2 of Attack on Titan at the same time. Yeah, it's like I have a really hard time getting into anime because I can't bring myself to like sit down and watch things typically. Like lately I've been able to because like I can just listen to it and then I just end up watching it over and over again. But with anime I feel like I really need to pay attention.
Exactly. And you're an artist, so you can never do
yeah,
that.
So yeah, so it's like I can't draw in. So like the only reason why I've seen like any of the animes that I have watched, it's because back when I lived with one of my homies, she would turn on anime because she's like, oh yeah, I love this. Like you should come watch this with me, Perry. And I'm like, I don't really think I have time. I don't know. But yeah, she would turn it on in the background and like I would start to tune in progressively and then I would get really into it. Like that's the only reason why I've seen Ouran High School Host Club. You think that's something I would have picked up on my own?
Not you, no. I would
I
not.
don't think I ever.
But that is a very addicting.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that show where I was like, okay, now I'm invested.
I wouldn't watch it either. Like that's not something I'd be like, you know. But I was same as you. I had roommates, and they were watching it, and so therefore I was watching it, but I enjoyed it. So
there are just like these little moments in that show that are just like so hyperbolized that I appreciated. Like anytime that one girl would show up, like this like really powerful motor would just turn on and like she would just rise out of nowhere to like make some kind of declaration, and I'm like, this is so extra, and I appreciate that. I cannot remember the character's name, but it was the one that was like obsessed with Kyoya, I think. Because she's like, you're just like that video game character, and he's like, no, I'm an accountant. But yeah, it has been a minute since I watched that one. First anime I ever watched was Soul Eater, though, I think. Either Soul Eater or Black Butler.
Black Butler, there's a name.
Yeah. Season 2 of that anime will haunt me for the rest of my life. Yeah, I really liked Soul Eater. Deathly Kid was my favorite.
I mean, is anyone surprised?
That's the thing, no one should be surprised. Absolutely no one should be surprised. Plus, I just really liked the interpretation of Lord Death in that one. I was like, well, this is different, I like that. I'm trying to think of any other ones. Oh, I've seen Yuri on Ice.
That was another one my roommates were super into.
Because they were born to make history.
They loved that show.
Skaters.
I think that's what I love the most about anime, though. Like they are not afraid to just pick a topic. Be like, hey, we are making an anime on this.
Yeah, they just run with it. And I'm like, you know what? Good for you.
I mean, seriously, can you imagine like an HBO exec be like, what's this animation about? It's about ice skating. Okay, yeah, here's the money. Go make all the money you want, go make all the episodes you want.
It's about queer figure skaters. It's like, all right, go. Make it happen. Turn it around, because you were born to make history. There was another one, because I have a friend, it's like my other best friend, and he was like, yeah, there's this one anime that I watch, and it's kind of weird, kind of twisted. You'd be into that, Perry. Go watch it. And I'm like, okay, it's called Made in Abyss.
Okay.
And the whole premise of it was like, so there's this giant hole, an abyss, if you will. And basically,
Never
I know,
would have
right?
seen that coming.
I know, just shook your whole world. And the idea is that you can descend as far down into this abyss as you want. However, coming back up gets really tricky because there are, like, Renting Award said, Mitty, I know. There are side effects that happen whenever you try to ascend, and the deeper down you go, the more severe the side effects are when you go back up.
Mm.
So let's say you go down, like, I think it's if you go down like 1 level or like 2 levels, you come back up and you just get like a really bad nosebleed, you get physically sick, like, you have some side effects like that. You go down deeper, you can have more severe side effects like severe hemorrhaging or something, and at one point you go down so deep that when you come back up, you basically just lose all sense of your humanity.
Whoa.
And you kind of get morphed into something that just isn't human anymore.
Nice.
And yeah, some of the creature designs in that, like the environments and stuff, like gorgeous. And then yeah, there's Mitty, like Rentingo Art said, and it just that's another one of those scenes where it'll just like rip your whole heart out and then just serve it to you, and it's like, how dare you?
What? We were talking about a Netflix show that sounded like that, but they went down instead of up.
No, the show you go down into the abyss.
Oh, but you said that they came up with the Netflix show. They just went down, and it was the one where like they were eating the food,
Oh, the platform.
The platform, yeah.
Yeah, the platform where they lower that platform of food down each level, and it's like that's how much food you get. Which I still don't know what to think of that.
I know, me too. I'm the same way. I was like, what did I just watch, and did I like it?
That's the thing. Like, I feel like I enjoyed that movie, but I'm like, what was that?
How do you qualify? Like I think movies that I like, if I like it, I immediately want to buy it. Like the second it comes out, because I know I'm going to watch it over and over again. Like there's some movies that we watch like every Halloween. There's some movies we watch every Christmas. I've seen Star Wars probably close to 1,000 times. No joke. Like maybe even more. And then there's other movies that are phenomenal, but they're so disturbing that you never want to watch them again.
Well, yeah, we kind of talked about that one day because I brought up Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, and I
don't know if I'm ever gonna watch Clockwork Orange again.
Right, and I think I brought up The Father, the one where.
Right.
Yes, like I don't ever need to see that again. It hit too close to home. But I do think people should watch it, and I think we talked about Schindler's List too, right? Where it's like
I think so, yeah.
Everyone needs to watch Schindler's List to make sure stuff like that never happens again. That we stand up to, that type of governmental behavior. And I almost feel the same way about The Father. If you have someone that's suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, because it does a really good job of basically showing what the world appears like to someone who's suffering from that disease, and it is terrifying. It's like an unintentional horror film. It's an unintentional horror film, but people are living this horror film. So it's very, it's a little too much of life sometimes. A little too much life. Especially if you're the type of person that goes to the movies to be distracted. If you go to entertainment for escapism, this is not your thing. Don't. You've been warned. But if you want, like, if you go to things to have deep thoughts and see superb acting and just see something that you've never seen before, then by all means. All right, what do we think so far? Turning out okay?
I mean, it's still pretty faint right now, so I'm gonna say yeah. But
see, that's usually about as dark as I go with my pencils. I'm using the Colorase, so that's about as dark as I go. So hopefully that's showing up though. Ooh, we got a new follow.
Hey, you got a new follow.
Yeah. Ooh, 382. Thank you. Roquin? Ryu?
Ryo Quinn?
There we go.
But yeah, to go back to anime, if you haven't seen Made in Abyss, I'd recommend it. I think the creature designs, like I said, the environments are really nice.
Do you guys like My Hero Academia?
I've never seen it. It feels like one of those things where I probably won't ever watch it
It's too mainstream
because
for you.
I see it everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've watched some of it and I've read a little bit of it, but I haven't gotten super hooked on it because personally I'm much more into fantasy type stories more than superhero type stories. And that kind of extends to anime, I guess.
I thought I'd be more into it, and I'm not digging it as much as I should. So, but boy, my students and my kids love it. I think I'm just getting old. I'm like, I'd rather watch RoboCop for the millionth time. Drop it, punk.
Let's see, we got some comments. So Remy Wild says, looks great so far. Rending Ort says 10 out of 10. And then,
thank you,
okay,
guys.
so it's Rio Quinn. Yeah, like Rio Quinn. I have a daughter named Ryoko and one named Harley Quinn.
Ah! You are in the
It's
right
a
spot.
combination. Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you guys? Did I tell you guys what my students for gesture drawing last semester did?
What'd they do?
So you know how like last semester just sucked, right? Like it was just one trip down to Cedar for tragedy, or just like one family tragedy. Like
right. Yeah.
Another. Yeah.
You were kind of going through it.
Yeah. So they came into my office during office hours yesterday, and they made me a giant like jam piece from all the students in that class, and they all did a Harley Quinn, and then they all signed the matting.
Oh.
I was like, you guys got to go. I'm crying. So I kicked them off. But it's so,
like, I appreciate it, but get out.
I know, like I don't want to cry in front of people. Like I hate that. I hate it. But like I was so touched. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very bad reaction. Like I totally loved it. But like I don't want people watching me cry, so I kicked them out of my office. Closed my office and just started sobbing. But no, it was really cool. The amount of work that went into it is pretty. I was pretty flattered. So, hats off to my gesture drawing class from last semester. I don't think my gesture drawing students from this semester feel the same way, because it's been a rough semester.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we're all still on campus, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, surprised, not surprised?
Well, my models have all gotten sick. Oh man, when I do that, it shakes the camera. What do you guys think I should do? I mean, I want to have like a more solid setup, but to do that, I think I'm gonna have to have something. Does that bug you guys when I draw and it shakes? I guess it could avoid rendering.
Yeah, I don't really notice it, but I'm kind of like going back and forth between like drawing my own thing and like checking up on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really notice the shaking too much. I think it's all right.
Okay.
And Golf Boy Sunday says doesn't bother me too much.
All right. We'll just we're gonna ignore it then. We're gonna call it a feature. It's a feature.
Hey.
We're gonna call it the J.J. Abrams cam.
And then Remy Wild says, I don't see the shaking. Okay. So yeah, I think you're good.
Well, I'm pretty sure the camera has some like anti-shaking built in, but anywho. All right, I gotta do the lay. Let's get the other side. And then we'll do a flower lay.
Yeah, it's been weird getting like graduation stuff together, or, like talking to people about like I'm gonna graduate, right? It's weird.
You'll get your. I'm excited for you guys. I'll be sad. I'm always sad when you guys go, but I'm excited for you and all like the cool stuff you're gonna get to do.
Let's see, we got two things. So, Mecca Jared, are my messages not showing up? Yeah, we can see what you're saying. And then, Kabong Inc. subscribed at Tier 1. They've subscribed for 3 months.
Wow!
They say, hey, everybody. Let's see, Remy Wild says, is it too early to know if you will be at NYCC this year?
New York Comic Con is a show that I plan on attending every year. But it does come down to being accepted. So make sure that if you guys want to see me at certain shows that you let the shows know, because the shows will listen to fans. And if there's a lot of fans like saying, hey, we want Chad to show up, the more fans that say it, the better those shows treat me and the more likely I am to attend. But the plan is, yes, to attend New York Comic Con. I'm going to clean up some of these lines here. Do you guys think it's okay to talk about the Mando now? Has everyone seen the last episode of Mandalorian, season 1? Or not Mando, Boba Fett, sorry. It should have been the Mando.
Yes, I finally watched it.
Y'all go off. I'm gonna tune it.
Oh, come on.
I watched it.
Don't leave, Perry.
I thought it was great.
I'm still here. I know nothing about Fets or Boba or anything like that. I'm not into the war among the stars.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars.
See, I can read comments though.
Okay, there you go.
Well, because Mecha Jared 1 says, tell NYCC to bring his writer, Destiny, to the show as well. Destiny being parentheses, that is Mecha Jared, that's a writer. I'm not a writer, I'm not qualified. Chili Chapter says, make sure to give Chad a penthouse booth this year, please, and thank you. Kabong Inc. says, Mando Season 2.5, and Golf Boy Sunday says it was the extended trailer from Mando Season 3.
Yeah. But it was awesome, though.
It was so good.
Yeah.
There was not a single thing I was disappointed by.
And it all came together, too.
Yeah, really well.
Yeah, like, I
freaking love Favreau, man. He really knows what he's doing.
He does. I agree. And the only episode I hated this season was, I think, episode 3. But then after watching the end, it made sense. And now you're like, okay, now that I know the whole story, I'm in full support of, like, everything you did.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, but there's a lot of hate for it, and I don't understand why people didn't.
I think, and this is me, I haven't looked up any of the discourse or whatever, but I think one of the reasons people might have disliked it is because there's this misconception that Boba Fett is this like super hardened badass, and he is, but he's always had a sense of morality, and people are like, that have only seen the movies, I should say. People that have only seen the movies don't know that, because Boba Fett has a ton of episodes in the animated Clone Wars show that kind of showcase who he is as a person. And for me, it was really neat to see in the live action show how they kept that personality and really made him who he is, which is to say a bounty hunter who wants to do the right thing and do things the right way.
And not just someone going around shooting people and throwing them in carbonite. Yeah.
It's like, if you want to watch a looter shooter, go watch a looter shooter. I don't care. But it's nice to have a character in Star Wars that, like, yeah, he'll kill people. Yeah, he'll do what needs to be done, but he'll do it for the right reasons, and he'll try to do it the right way.
See, and
I feel like the whole vibe of this thing is like, you guys just aren't sophisticated to understand the complexities of Boba Fett.
Well, well, okay, but let's talk about though, because you have fans like me that just watch the movies. That's it. I don't read the extended universe. I don't watch Clone Wars.
And that's okay. Like, you shouldn't have to in order to enjoy the content.
And I still did enjoy it though.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that, like, if you do only watch the movies, then your only exposure to Boba Fett was that he showed up at Jabba's palace and then he died. Like, that's it. That's all he's in the canon movies.
Yeah.
So you can't get upset over how they portray him in a show over some preconceived notion of a character that you have, because they haven't shown him in a show before.
Right.
Like, you can't be like, oh, that's not like Boba Fett at all. How do you know?
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's like you build it up in your mind, and because the story doesn't match what you have in your mind, you reject it. Like, I did that. I did that with basically Darth Vader. Him turning to the dark side, I was completely unconvinced. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. And, like, the other thing, like, when we're told about Darth Vader and how terrifying he is and how he hunted down and helped, destroy the Jedi. You did not picture him, like, going into a room full of 6-year-old Padawans and just, like, slicing.
Yeah.
To me, that was so weak. And I know they did that. Everyone's like, well, they wanted to show how evil he was. I'm like, you know what, though? Like, there's a difference between, like, ideologically evil and, like, getting revenge on people that you feel that have slighted you, and then just going in and basically being a mindless mass murderer.
Yeah, that's true.
And Darth Vader just it never struck me that way. Anyway, I was just like, okay, whatever. To me it was weak. Like, he should have been attacking, like, Mace Windu. Like, that's the fight I wanted to see, was like Anakin versus Mace Windu. And, anyway. So I totally did that. I totally did that with the prequels.
Yeah, Kabong says that watching Clone Wars makes the prequels hit a little harder, which I absolutely agree with. Like, I don't think watching the animated Clone Wars show is required for enjoying Star Wars by any means, but when the prequels were filmed, I feel like they missed a lot of marks, and so then when they brought on a team that really cared about the story, which is what they did with Clone Wars, then they were able to fix and kind of retcon and re-explain things so that they do make more sense.
Yeah.
I really don't think that Anakin killing all the Padawans was justified. Like, you're right, that doesn't really make sense. As does that one conversation where he's talking to Padme on the grass, and he's like, yeah, I think there should be a dictator, and Padme's like,
Yeah.
What?
Seems like, here's the thing, it seems like that was more of a move for shock value rather than, like, actually building to his character.
Yeah, so
mentally,
I just kind of treat those as outliers more than, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, and I will say this much, like, wow, how prophetic the prequels turned out to be, where, we have an elected leader that tries to overthrow a democracy. Like, who knew? Like, hats off to you, George. George saw it coming. You know what I mean? Like, wow. So maybe I need to rewatch it again and just take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, who knew? for some people, it's more important to be like number one than it is to have like a just and peaceful, free society.
Yeah.
So, anyway, now we're going back into the politics layer. So we're gonna nip this in the bud and change stuff. We always go here.
We always go here.
I know.
It's not politics, it's religion.
No.
We draw we draw hot DC villains and then we talk about politics. That's what this stream is.
Wow.
Trying to make this pretty family friendly. Let me see, how am I doing?
The post is looking pretty good. I like it so far.
Yeah, I think it's playful.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys that I had to do a draw with Brian Stelfreeze in Vancouver? Did I tell you guys that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Brian Stelfreeze?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Okay, you need to Google Brian Stelfreeze like right now. And then
How do you spell that last name?
You're asking me to spell.
I can't spell.
Such a non sequitur.
Is it still freeze? Like still?
Yeah.
Freeze?
Yeah, try that. Yeah, just try like Brian Stelfreeze art. I don't think it's freeze. It's like I don't know. Anyway, but that's how I pronounce it.
STEL freeze, as in like freeze.
Yeah.
Spell freeze.
Freeze.
Well, how else am I supposed to say this?
I just found like freeze, as in
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, there you go.
So you guys see what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, this is some beautiful work.
Right. And he painted, like he full blown painted Marilyn Monroe with acrylics on the convention floor. Like I spent more time at his booth watching him paint than I spent time at my booth. That's not true. I spent a lot of time at my booth working, but I get up every hour to like make sure I don't get blood clots.
Mm-hmm.
And those
That's a good plan.
Yeah, those convention chairs are like so uncomfortable. Like after an hour sitting on them, you've just got to get up and walk around. So I get up every hour and I would just go and I would like watch like the progress on the painting. But he did this Marilyn Monroe, and the person who commissioned it brought it by my table when they were done, and I took a picture of it. So I'll see if I can show it off. But I mean, he's amazing. He's Drew Struzan good. He's Adam Hughes good. He's that good.
Yeah, these portraits are incredible.
Yeah, tip top. So anyway, guess who does a draw off with the man?
You?
I do. Yes.
How did it go?
Surprisingly, I did not embarrass myself, which is always my goal. Whenever I get like a heavy hitter, my goal is just not to, be a dumpster fire. So, I did okay. I did okay. But I also feel like Brian, I think he wasn't, there's some people who go up there to destroy you. Like he wasn't looking to destroy me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
I've gotten on the stage with like Stefan Rowe, and Stefan's like, I'm going to humiliate you, Chad. Like I'm gonna beat you so hard your children will feel it. Like that's like sometimes when you do these draws, that's what your person up there doing the draw with, that's their mentality. They're like, I am going to hurt you and you're going to remember it. And so it can be nerve-wracking. It can be very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, for sure. I'd much rather have a draw with someone who does it in like just the spirit of creativity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like for fun.
Like a sportsmanship to it, not like, oh, I'm going to humiliate you so bad. Just like, hey, let's both make the best art we can.
Yeah. Well, and I'm friends with all these people. I should have thrown that out there at the start. So it's all friendly, but it's almost like ball busting. You know what I mean? Like, none of it's malicious, but at the same time, they're trying to dunk on you. So, And I don't feel like Brian was like, I'm going to dunk on Chad. He was just like, hey, let's just, let's have fun. And we had fun. And we picked like an insane topic because I think I drew like Baby Yoda and Rocket Raccoon eating the eggs from, do you remember the Mandalorian one where he was eating the frog eggs?
Yeah.
So I had him eating they were like having an eating contest, and I had him eating all the eggs of that frog person.
That's awful. How could you do this, Chad?
I know. And you know what's funny?
Golf Boy Sunday says you did more than hold your own. You did the best you could with the bizarre subject matter proposed. So.
Oh, good. Well, so they saw it. Good. Yeah. I still think I could have, like I said, I've been hurt by those before, but I think I did good. My Baby Yoda turned out well. My Rocket Raccoon turned out well. I got enough drawn that I felt like it was a strong showing. So I had a good time. But there are times where I get up and do that panel and it ruins my day just because I get destroyed by someone like Ken Lashley or Stephon Rowe. Who else is lightning fast? Like, there's like some people where I'll draw like one drawing in 45 minutes and they'll draw like 10. And they're just,
oh my gosh.
they're like giving them out to like the whole audience. And they're like watercolor painted and yeah. So anyway, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's just like, okay, let's do this. But that one was fun. It was fun. And he's a sweetheart too. Brian's a sweetheart. Like he hated, he had strong opinions too. It was fun talking to him. He hated Birds of Prey. So our moderator was a little shocked by that. I was like, I'm not touching this.
Like, I'm just gonna back away slowly and just kind of see what happens.
Yeah, because I'm Team Harley, so I gotta everything that happens with Harley, I'm behind it 100%. So, and I did enjoy the movie, but I had a way different experience. I got to go to opening night with everybody.
I'm gonna say you were like in London for it, weren't you?
Yeah. So anyway, and I want to go again. So, yay! I loved it. Send me again, please. And I don't think if I get on here and bash anything, that I'll get that opportunity. So we're not going to bash nothing.
I think Golf Boy Sunday says the other option was Rapunzel with a gun.
Well, that's what. So okay. So the topic for the draw off was Rapunzel with a gun judging an eating contest of Baby Yoda and Rocket Raccoon at Starbucks.
What?
That was the theme of the draw off. So
wow.
So you drew just the eating contest part of it, kind of focused on that?
I turned to Brian. I was like, why don't you draw Rapunzel judging, and I'll draw Baby Yoda and Rocket Raccoon eating. So we split it up. And so someone got one half of it, and I got, and then someone else got the other half of it. So there's two, we did two drawings.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Clear as mud, right?
I just wonder who came up with that.
The audience did. The audience did. They
all at once, or they just asked random people to chip in a part.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, guys, what do you want them to draw? And then they started asking questions, and then after they asked the questions, someone's like, why don't you put it all together? And they did. They did, because they're cruel people that don't think artists have feelings.
Oh wow!
I know.
Little do they know.
It's just hard. It was hard. So, anyway, but we had a good time. It was good. It was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with Ken Lashley, who Ken is my role model. I don't know. Have you guys met Ken? You know what I'm talking about? Ken Lashley. His handle on the internet is Lead Killer, and that is a very apt description. He is lightning, and I do mean lightning fast, and he's insanely good. So, Matter of fact, the only way I've ever won a draw off against Kin is if Kin didn't show up. That, otherwise it's just the slaughter. It's just one of those things where you go and Kin has no problems where he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna crush you, dude. I'm gonna take it out on you kind sir.
Yeah, Golf Boy Sunday says it was weird. He hated Birds of Prey, but was all over Rapunzel with a gun subject. And then Kabong Inc. said the movie was fine. My favorite non-comic thing for Harley is still the animated series. I think Robbie is great though. I'd love to see her get a true solo flick with maybe Gunn in charge.
Huh.
Gunn spelled with 2 N's.
Yeah, well, he's talking about the director of yeah. What's his first name? Gunn.
Imagine knowing names.
James Gunn, right?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, guys. What do we think? I'm gonna sharpen my pencil and do a little bit more attention to detail on the eyes. Maybe clean it up a little. Maybe add some palm
I like
trees.
it.
Maybe a surfboard.
Pina colada.
Do you like pina colada?
I'm like, where have I heard James Gunn? Because it wasn't the director, and it's like, oh, that's right, Silence of the Lambs.
Wait, what? James Gunn directed Silence of the Lambs?
Well, no. It's because Clarice has that line in the movie, Stacy, did Frederica ever mention a James Gum or a Jamie Gunn or something?
Oh. I wonder if that's his pen name, and he stole it from that. That'd be cool if he did. I mean, let's face it, Hollywood people do stuff like that all the time, so that's not beyond the realm of possibility.
Let's see. Yeah, Mechajer1 says, I was invited to do a small page for a comic they were assembling with many creators. However, there was some miscommunication, and they assumed I was an artist and not a writer. Chad remembers, I was real disappointed. And then Golf Boy Sunday said, awesome drawing, and then Rendango Art said James Gunn.
Jared, I don't remember. That's scary. I'm sure if you tell me the story in person, I'll remember. That's the thing that I hate the worst about getting older. And you know what's we talked about Inside Out, where the people that work inside your brain just take your memories and just dump them into the pit of despair, and they all evaporate.
Yeah.
Apparently that's pretty close to what actually happens. Your brain's just oh, this is not essential. Delete.
Also, you got a new follow. Don Murray, 2969.
Wow. Thank you. Cool. All right. We got Harley on the beach in Hawaii in the shirt. He sent specific reference for the shirt, but I don't want to pull up private info. So we're going to call this one done. And then we're going to work on the next one. Look at that. Half body. Not too
nice.
shabby. Oh, I got to sign it. Let's see. Where'd you sign?
Yeah, the memory pit of despair is definitely a whole thing.
Bing Bong saved us. Who's Bing Bong?
Are you generally asking who Bing Bong is? Or?
No, I'm Bing Bong.
No.
I was going to say, that's your friend who likes to play.
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Why do Pixar movies make everybody bawl uncontrollably?
Because it's
they're
Pixar.
and they can.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're good at
Oh
it.
my heck. I wept hysterically on Up. My wife and I watched that together.
Oh no!
I remember
Oh,
watching
my
it in theater and I was
gosh.
crying after the first 8 minutes. I was like, ooh.
Oh man, that was there's other ones. I think I'm pretty sure I cried on Inside Out too, and then Soul and
Soul was a.
Soul.
I love Pixar.
Soul is such a great show for, like, I felt like that was me. Like they wrote that movie because he's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
And he's like trying to decide, like, hey, do I want to teach or do I want to do this? And he's trying to balance it all out, and he thinks he has to choose. And I was like, wow, why is this happening to me? But even Onward, okay, so like Onward, when I first saw Onward, I was like, and then I found out, did you guys know that, like, the person who directed that, their dad died? So this was like their psychological journey for, like, how they're dealing with their dad's death. And just the idea that, like, oh my gosh, this actually happens to people. You know what I mean? Like, I just took it for granted that, everyone has the same life experience as me, where, their dad's still alive and kicking and everyone's healthy and happy, and this is a story that happens to other people. And then you watch, like, the special features, and it's like, it just totally changes your outlook on it. So even Onward was, like, at parts. I'm sorry, this is shaking the camera so bad.
Yeah,
right.
Luca brought me close to tears at one point. That was...
Luca. I haven't seen Luca.
Luca's really good.
It's adorable. I love it.
My daughter wants me to watch Encanto with her. She loved it.
Encanto is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said I was done
Let
with
me
this,
go
so I
ahead.
keep drawing. Oh wait, I do.
Let me read some messages.
Definitely read the messages.
Yeah, Mecha Jared 1 says, it was the last Vegas con we went to, Chad. It was when you introduced me to Ryan Otley.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, all right.
And then Don Murray 2969 says, I got your last book from Stuart NG Books. Very happy.
Thank you. We hope to be doing Art of Chad Harden Volume 4. Everyone saw that. That was like a 7.0. It's still shaking. I'm sorry. I'm looking for my eraser. No, not my eraser, my X-Acto blade. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. So yeah, I remember that. It was like a jam piece, yeah. Yeah, it was they were trying to break the Guinness World Record. Was it for Spawn, Jared? For Spawn? But it was like the quickest a comic book was ever completed. So, and I want to say it was for Spawn, for Todd McFarlane Productions or whatever. So they went around to the show. They gave everyone a page to draw, and then it was like, okay, everyone get this. You have till this amount of time to get your page done. So yes, I do remember that now. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Save my memory. I didn't get to do it either. Too busy. Life is full of sadistic choices. I wonder if that... Jared, do you know if that record still holds? The fastest a comic book was ever made? Okay, I'm done with this. Eyes are finished. Am I out of focus?
It still looks in focus to me.
Does it? Okay, good.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Pretty neat.
Let me see if I hit this button. There we go. That's better. Okay. Cool. Alrighty, that one's done. Let's see what's next. Let's open up the magic box, commission box, and let's pull out the next job. Original Harley, Copic quick sketch. Okay, so this one's a quick. Original Harley. All right, so it's on a pink cover though. Ugh. All right, we're gonna roll with that punch. All right, so this is a quick sketch, which means I don't do as much detail. Oh man. And then this is a Infinite Frontier. I like the white cover so much better just because I like being in control of things. Instead of like the pink ones where I have to like add the white in. Alright, so just a really quick. Just gonna block in the gesture of the face. Ear. And it was an original Harley. So we got the outfit from the animated series. Got our pretzels jams going in the background. Pretzel jams like, you can do it, Chad. You know, I made a mistake though. Right off the bat, I didn't check the. See, this is why you always should. If you're not Kim Jung-ji, lay in some construction lines real quick. And keep into account the planes of the face because I drew that eye way too high. There we go.
All I can think of are soft pretzels now.
Why?
Because you said pretzel.
Well, that's
and I'm like, ooh, soft pretzels.
That's the music service.
I don't know, like I know I use it when I stream, but I'm like, ooh, pretzels, because they're soft.
So
soft
for
pretzels.
our intern outing, we could go to the Bohemian.
The what?
The Bohemian. So
You can say it twice. It doesn't mean I'm going to know what it is.
It's a restaurant. It's a restaurant in South Salt Lake, and they have soft pretzels and beer cheese. I think beer cheese.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that one time.
It's amazing.
The cheese.
It is amazing. And then they also have a steak salad.
That sounds like such a contradiction.
I know, for days that I don't want to be vegan.
Oh yeah, are you still on the vegan diet?
I'm trying. It's so hard when you travel. It's like it's so hard. Like I really need to get to a point where with being vegan in the United States means you have to prepare. Like when we went to Vancouver and Seattle, there are plenty of like vegan options. But if you're in Utah and you want to be vegan, you got to make that food yourself. So like if you have like a crunch deadline or something like that, you're not going to be vegan that week. Period. It's just you got to pick and choose. Like, do you want to eat healthy or do you want to get your deadlines done? And for me, it's like I got to get my deadlines done. So like today, I had a turkey sandwich. So no, right now I'm not. But I try to be good, and because like I said, I'm doing it for health purposes. I'm not doing it for ideological purposes. I'm doing it because I don't want to die of a heart attack. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Because animals taste delicious. Nom.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to get around your birthday because cake.
Carrot cake.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I remember you saying your favorite is carrot cake.
Yes. Oh. I remember why that struck a chord. There is a cupcake place in Pleasant Grove, Utah. OMG. That had the best carrot cake. I shouldn't say the best. The best carrot cake I've had since my grandma passed. In a cupcake. It was divine. And then they had other cupcakes of mass destruction.
What's it called?
I don't know. My kids know.
Do you know where it is in Provo?
It's in Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove. So there can't
Pleasant
be that.
Grove.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Cravings?
I don't know. I don't know.
'Cause
They said it was on. They said it was on television.
It was probably Cravings then.
They won like a bake-off show or something.
Yeah, it was Cravings.
Okay.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. So
Y'all are making me hungry.
I know. So intern day, on intern day, we're gonna go. We're gonna get cupcakes from Cravings. We're gonna get steak salad and beer pretzels at the Bohemian. And then we're gonna watch Batman.
I'm enjoying this idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just thought, I'm like, if we ever went paintballing, I'm gonna be so dramatic about the whole thing.
I would hunt you down.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
Saving Private Ryan style. Like, I'm gonna be so dramatic.
Well, why would you rather do? Okay, how about this? Would you rather do paintball, or would you rather do laser tag, or would you rather do the VR dodgeball in Provo?
Ooh.
If I did VR dodgeball, I would smack a wall. I don't know how, but I know I would run into it. Because last time I did VR, I almost smacked somebody, and I did smack a wall.
I would vote VR or paintball. Not laser tag. Just because you never know when you get hit, and that bothers me.
I know when I get like it. You glow a different color, and it usually goes.
But like, I know, but there's no
indications.
Do that sound effect again, Perry. That was an awesome sound effect. Do that again. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. All right.
Yeah, like it usually has like 1 second you're blue, but then it goes white or red or something, and then it's like finish him.
Finish him. Yeah, with paintballs, it's not like, oh, did I get hit? You know, because there's a giant welt on your body for the rest of the week.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no, did I get hit? Like, you know you got hit.
Me? Was I hit? Am I the one that was shot? It's like the reason why I bring that up though is because, again, I've been really deep into the Good Omens fandom, like for the past couple of months now. And there's that scene where they go to the old church where the Antichrist was born, which is quite the thing to say. But yeah, it was turned into a paintball arena, and someone did a screen cap of when they first show up, and both Michael Sheen and David Tennant get hit with paintballs, but Michael Sheen's kind of like, oh, well, that was inconvenient, but David Tennant threw his whole body into it, and he's like, it was just really dramatic, and I'm like, yep, if I ever go paintballing, then I gotta really put my all into it. Yeah. Just here's the thing though, I would want to be up on a ledge and then pretend I don't know, I was shot off the ledge or something and some downfall of my empire. So let me go ahead and read the comments.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I have missed quite a bit. So, John Murray 2969 says, I got the pencil extender you're using right now. And they also said, wish you come to MCM London Comic Con so I can get a head sketch.
Isn't MCM run by Reed Pop? I'm pretty sure it is.
The Golf Boy Sunday says Magic Commission Box. That's actually a good way to do it. Mecca Jared says, I love pretzels too, Perry. The more you speak, the more you need to be friends. Rendigo Higowart says, what's the weirdest animal you've eaten? They said that theirs is crocodile.
So, it's funny that you asked this, because I think this conversation actually came up this weekend. When I went to Germany, we went to a convention in Germany, and I really think they were going to troll us, and they took us to this restaurant that just served really exotic food, like crickets and grubs and zebra and ostrich and just all this crazy meat. And they ordered this thing of bugs. And I'm sure they were doing it for gross out value, let's have fun with the American tourist, and little did they know that I was a Boy Scout, and that for my wilderness survival merit badge, I went to this camp called Camp Del Rey, which was closed for safety concerns, after a whole bunch of camp counselors like accidentally killed themselves coming home one night because the roads were so like unsafe. Like they were driving and the road gave out and they basically plummeted to their deaths in a Jeep accident down the side of this ravine, which we had to hike in the mud in the rain with like a 50-pound backpack. And when you're 12 years old, that's not easy to do. And I trust me, I knew how dangerous it was because I have stared down the side of that cliff after almost like sliding off in the rain. So anyway, getting this merit badge, you have to go out and you basically you're supposed to catch your own food. And so some people, like they caught squirrels, they caught rabbits. Well, the only thing Grumpy Uncle Chad could catch was grasshoppers and crickets and earthworms. So guess what I ate for wilderness survival? I ate grasshoppers, crickets, and worms. And most of the kids cheated. They packed Snicker bars in their cargo shorts. But anyway, so I go to this German restaurant, and they have all this stuff, and they're thinking like I'm gonna, they're gonna gross me out or whatever. I went full fear factor, just started like chomping down on it, and they're just like, "It didn't work." I'm like, "No, it did not work. You've been played."
Uno reverse.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Uno reverse. Yep. So
I couldn't do that. I would be the weak American they would make fun of.
Joy couldn't do it either.
I think, I don't remember where we went, but my family went on vacation once somewhere, maybe California, I don't know. We stopped by this town that was known for like artisan candy making, and there were quite a few places that had like candied crickets and ants and that sort of thing. And everyone tried it except for me. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Even though it was candied, like it probably wouldn't have even tasted remotely bad, but I'm a wimp.
It is the thought. Like I think the nastiest thing I've ever put in my mouth was possum roadkill. That someone cooked.
Why would you do that?
Because a member cooked it for us once again as a joke when you're a missionary.
That's true. You're like, you have to eat what's served, right?
You have to eat what's served to you. And so the members, thinking that they're hysterical, literally went and picked up a possum roadkill off the road and cooked it, and we had to eat it.
That's awful.
Yeah. And that was nasty. Possum is just grease. You might as well just eat a lot, like a can of Crisco. That's yeah.
No. I will pass on that, thank you.
And then when it comes to like foods that aren't actually bad, but the idea of them, menudo is basically, cow tripe. That one's hard for me. And then there's chitlins, which is pig tripe. Basically pig intestines. That's a hard one for me to not get.
One for me that I just don't get is Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah, that's gross.
I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Why would you say this is a delicacy?
Like I said, I think they're just tricking people into like, hey, this is what we do in Colorado. Yuck, yuck, yuck. You know what I mean?
Started as a practical joke, and then people believed it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's like, yeah, bull testicles. Yum, 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 yum.
Mm-hmm. I love those.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably about all the... No, I need to do a little bit more. I'm only supposed to spend 20 minutes on on these quick head sketches, and I'm at 18 minutes, and I'm nowhere near being done.
You just gotta go faster.
I do.
You just gotta tell yourself.
No, I'm not kidding.
Finished, not perfect.
Have you guys been to a show with me where Erica's with me?
She
will literally stand over me and be like, "Dad, you're done," and she'll take it. And I hate
yeah.
I hate that. But she.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I do. It's yeah. But yeah, that doesn't look like a quick head sketch to me.
It is though. But you're right though. I need to go faster.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, for. Ooh, I don't like the angle on that. Okay. So let's fix it real quick. Now I'm thinking about pretzels and beer cheese and.
I'm thinking about those cupcakes.
Oh, I'm telling you. And when we went, so it was Michaela's birthday, so we went on February 1st, and we just got like an assortment pack. They had a strawberry cheesecake one. Oh my gosh! They had a dulce de leche. So like it wasn't just one good cupcake; it was all the good cupcakes.
Did they have red velvet? Because red velvet is my favorite kind of cake.
Yes, they did. I just don't think I like that much. You know what I mean? Like I've never been like, oh yeah, red velvet. But I am that way with carrot cake, and nobody else is that way with carrot cake. So whatever, no judgment. But yes, they did. So Perry, which cupcake you're gonna get? What's your favorite cupcake?
Perry, if you look at our chat, had to run out for a quick errand.
Ooh.
But Perry bakes, so like I don't even know if they have a favorite. I would guess it wouldn't be something chocolate or like overly sweet.
Well, I've had Perry's crepes, which are phenomenal.
I want crepes.
I know. Right now. We want crepes now. Perry, make it happen.
Perry, you're not here, but make it happen. Come back with crepes.
I know, come back with crepes. Curry goat was big one. Ooh. Let's see. Grandma used to make cow foot. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I've had chicken feet. That's a hard one. Chicken feet was a hard one.
There's nothing on them. It's just skin and bones. What?
It's just chewing cartilage. It's literally just.
Why? So my mom, brilliant woman. I love her. She makes homemade bone broth, and it makes the best soups. Oh my goodness! But I can't stand to watch her make it because she will order like chicken feet and stuff, and she'll put it in there, and I'm like, there's toenails and stuff in that broth, and she's like, yeah, well, I filter it just to get the flavor out, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's the thought of actually eating just the chicken foot and not only using it for broth. Like, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Unless you were starving, in which case, understandable.
Well,
but
I think that's just it. I think a lot of these delicacies start out where it's like maybe that's the only thing they could afford when they go to the butcher.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I think. That's what hot dogs are.
That's true.
People didn't eat hot dogs because hot dogs were delicious. It's just like, hey, let's take all the leftover meat, let's make it into a sausage, and there you go. So, yeah, it's just the poor cuts of meat that people can afford, and then they develop a taste for them. You develop taste for whatever you eat. You know how people are like, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's like, well, that's because you never had to eat it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you know that lobster used to be peasant food
Yes.
until rich people decided to steal it.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's what they fed the prisoners in Maine was lobster. And the prisoners in Maine were like, "This is cruel and unusual punishment to feed us lobster all the time." So yeah, perfect example. Caviar, another example.
True. Yep.
Like caviar is disgusting. I mean, it's just salted. It's salted fish bait. Like, have you ever been fishing with like salmon roe? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Haven't, but I can imagine. It probably smells real bad.
It is just fish. It is like it is the equivalent of sardines. Have you ever
No
opened a
thanks.
canned? It is
No
canned
thanks.
fish. It is not like everyone's like, oh, caviar. Like, no. This is a
You're
dare.
lying.
Yes, exactly.
You're lying to yourself.
It is. It's one of those things where it's like rich people got together, and someone was like, oh, I'm gonna serve this, and and people are gonna love it. No, it was like, I'm gonna serve this. I'm gonna watch my friends while they eat it. And then one of the friends was just like, I'm not going to give them the satisfaction, so I'm going to say it's delicious, and now I'm going to eat it all the time. That's what caviar is. Like, there's no way someone's like, this is good, I want to eat it. Well, like, what's the Swedish one where it's like spoiled? It's like spoiled shark meat.
What?
Yes, it's like fermented. It's fermented shark meat or something like that. There is no way you're eating that with a choice. You're eating that because you're starving to death and there's no other food. Yeah, it's shark sauerkraut is what it is. All right.
That is so gross.
I know. It is. It tastes worse than it sounds. I mean, it is you will barf. You will straight up barf trying to eat it. It is that nasty. All right, let's get. Just gonna get. All right, that'll do. Perfect. Just gonna get like a really quick. Pin. Yeah. Oh, someone knows what it is. It's called Surströmming. Ugh. Yeah, and it's basically rotten fish. There you go. I put salt on my apples. I don't care. Sure. Oh no. You're not reading the chat, are you? Ray.
I'm skimming it.
Okay.
I'm skimming it.
Skip the one where they talk about eating rabbit. Don't read that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't. For your sake,
Yeah,
I didn't read that one.
Okay.
I feel like salt on apples wouldn't be too bad because salt just tends to bring out sweet as long as you don't overdo it. I used to know a kid way back when that would eat apples with ketchup.
Gross. That's gross.
Yeah, that one didn't make sense to me.
I ate something the other day with ketchup. Oh my gosh. I ate nachos the other day with ketchup, and it was amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. I was like, I didn't think it would be good, but it actually worked. I can't remember
What made you try it?
I don't know. Starving.
It just happened.
Starving, and I'm like, well, it's nachos, and I like nachos, and ketchup. I like ketchup. It was Canada. Canada has some weird. Canada has ketchup. Canada loves ketchup. They have ketchup flavored chips. It was so funny. Joy was like, "Do you think this is what they call barbecue sauce, or do you think it's actually spicy ketchup?" I'm like, "I don't know. Try it." And she's like, "It's spicy ketchup." She's like, "It is not." So anyway, all right, quick. Let's finish this. You know what?
I love how you do eyes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, with the high quality shots, like I'll blend and I'll make sure it's like perfect. With these quick $100 ones, you just get what you get. And sometimes they come out and they're awesome. And sometimes they are a train wreck.
I was gonna say, like, this still looks awesome to me.
Okay, well, good. That means the client should be happy. Okay.
My unbiased eye.
Well, it's always, commissions are always like a weird mix of like one, you want your fans to have, like, if your fans want a piece of artwork from you, it's like you want them to have a nice piece of artwork that they're happy with. But at the same time, it's just like, and I remember these days, I was a kid. You have a young fan where it's just like, okay, this is, maybe you're only asking for $100, but that's 3 days of work or whatever. You know what I mean? Where is my red? I literally don't see my red. That is not good. I haven't had it out. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna pull out this one. Oh, there we go. Mystery solved. I should not have thrown that on the floor because I'm gonna need it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No, these are not commissions I took in Vancouver Expo. I only took like a very limited number of commissions for Vancouver. I don't think I did any Vancouver stuff on the floor. The only commissions I took commissions in Vancouver, but I didn't do them on the floor. I came into Vancouver with commissions that needed to be done. So all the commissions I'm working on today are commissions where I'm trying to get caught up. They are not new. I've got to clear the slate before I take on any new commissions. So yeah, I basically took one pre-order for Calgary, and that's it at Vancouver. Everything else was just like either I had it done before or I'm trying to finish up stuff from other shows.
So, do you always take your commissions in person?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, I do have you can order them from MB Artist. But I only take like maybe 1 or 2.
Because for me, since I don't have much of a presence or following or anything like that, I advertise my commissions online, and so people can just like contact me usually through email to try and see if I'm open for a commission. So it's interesting that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because you would have a bunch of people like, oh yeah, I want a drawing of Harley.
Right. No, do you remember CTNX?
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, for CTNX, I opened up my commission list for like 2 hours, and we paid for, CTNX with a 2-hour open commission list. And that's not to say awesome. that I got them all done in 2 hours. That's to say that I had enough orders in 2 hours. And I think I spent like the next 2 days getting them all done. So, but with everything that's been going on, the craziness. Let's see, that's a C5. I was like, that looks really dark. I thought I grabbed the C3 and I grabbed the C5. I really don't like these colored papers for this.
Yeah, it does kind of make a little wonky, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how it caught on. I don't like it at all. Like somebody at Marvel and DC is like, let's make the artist's life harder because their lives aren't hard enough.
Nothing wrong with a pink piece of paper.
Yeah. But I did do a Joker on one of these, and it turned out pretty phenomenal. But it was a lot of work.
Mm.
It was a lot of work. Okay, let me get that gray back in. So no, matter of fact, I think some of these commissions, so that the Hawaii one was super old. The Tim Cell, the remember the Lady Death?
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be 3 months old. So, and I just haven't, maybe 4 months. Let's see, what month are we in? February?
End of February.
Yeah. So probably almost 4 or 5 months on that one. So yeah, I just got to get, and I hate having outstanding commissions. I hate it. Like I won't sleep at night. My anxiety goes through the roof. So I just don't like taking them on.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But fans love them. They love them. All right, I'm just going to add some blue, which just neutralizes into gray. I don't even know why I did it. And then eraser. Let's clean this up just a little. Now we are going to try and do commissions on Whatnot. I have a show scheduled for tomorrow, but I'm moving it. I'm just not ready. I'm thinking I'll probably do my first Whatnot after I get back from spring break, because I'm not going to work on spring break either. I'm going to get all my stuff done before spring break and then relax. You know what I'm going to do for spring break, Ray Ray?
What are you gonna do for spring break?
All my friends are coming to Salt Lake. We've rented an Airbnb, and we're going to play Warhammer all week long.
Nice, with your painted or unpainted miniatures.
I have enough painted miniatures that I can field an army, but I'm gonna try and get them all painted, including my fire prisms. So I'm gonna have to paint 1.5 tanks, and all my Copics are like dry and nasty. Okay, so this is done. We're gonna sign this. And then I'm going to come in here with just a little bit of white paint.
Add a couple highlights.
Add a couple highlights, and we're done with this, and we'll move on. Actually, we're sort of cutting it close. I totally went over on this by...
You spent like twice as much time on it.
I did. I'm a little rusty still.
Whoever gets this one will be lucky.
Yeah. Well, like I said, everybody on this list has been waiting a while too.
Yeah.
So I don't mind doing that. Make sure everyone's happy. I tell you what, though, boy, that white really shows up on these.
It really does. I kind of like how much it stands out.
I do too. But still, the pink though.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just going to get a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of Prismacolor. Just to blend that. There's our warrior Prisma. It's been worn down to the nub. Poor fella.
It's lived a hard, long
It
life.
has. It's about to go into my retirement section of my holder. Do you do that, Ray? Do you?
I work with physical pencils so little that I have never worn a Prisma down that low.
Oh my gosh. I do this like all the stinking time.
The nibs that I wear down on my digital pens, though, I just toss them. There's no retirement folder for them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I collect them. I'm just thinking about maybe like doing some type of funky art with them. All right, but that's done though. We're gonna call that done.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so we have 20 minutes. What do we do now?
Is that enough time for one more commission?
Do we do one more? So we see if we have like another $100 head sketch and see if we can actually get it done. All right. Okay. All right. Let's put this away. All right. There we go.
Turned out beautiful.
Thank you. We'll do a gallery at the end of all the ones that we got done. Trying to find the bag and board now. Tyler. Okay, so Tyler Sexton from Colorado. If you're watching, come on, focus. Daggone it. All right, hold on. I'm gonna hit the autofocus, and then I'm gonna go in and make sure that. Oh, and I keep. All right, Ray. We have got to get a better setup than this. I don't know what we're gonna do, but.
Gotta figure something out. Maybe if you attach the arm to something other than your desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to do. I don't know how though. Well, it's not. I think if I had like a sturdy attachment to the desk, but it's the fact that it's on one of like those metal wire things. You know what I mean? One of those. I mean, well, you can see it. It's right there in the camera. You can.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, but that's.
I don't know. Maybe I can come over sometime and give it a look over.
I know we gotta figure this. We gotta figure it out. So.
Perry, welcome back. What is your favorite kind of cake?
Oh my gosh, what a question. Oh my gosh, that's a great question. I mean, I love red velvet.
We already shared ours when you weren't here, so now we need to know yours.
I had to run away for a second. Well, wait a minute. So I know Chad's is carrot cake. What's yours?
Red velvet.
Yeah, see, I really like red velvet. I'm also very partial to black forest cake, just because I had it in London one time, and it blew my mind. Like, it completely shook my whole view on pastries.
What is black forest cake?
So black forest cake is basically like a chocolate cake with cherries.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That one doesn't have the description on it. Oh, no. Half body. Oh, well, they didn't pay. Full body Copex,
so I would say,
we don't have time for that one.
I would say those.
Okay, so what if we just do? I have a blank cover here. Let's see, of a Harley. What if we just do? Who do you want to see on Harley? Do you want to see another Harley, or do you want to see? We could do an Ivy. We could do a Catwoman, because Catwoman is going to be in the new Batman film. Oh, did I?
Would you do?
Did I tell
you
you
wouldn't draw Catwoman on a Harley Quinn thing, though.
You know, it's sort of, it's okay. I think I have a Batman one, but I'd have to go in the other room to get it. Did I tell you guys how much they wanted for the private screening? So with Dune, it was $50, which is like nothing. They wanted like $300. Yeah.
Like, that's more of what I would have expected, but
I know. Well, but see, okay. So I think when we did Dune, it was right. Was it right during Delta, or was it right during Omicron?
It was right during, I want to say it was during Omicron.
I think so. I think you're right. And so like nobody was going out. And I think now they're just like, yeah, everyone's coming to see this movie. And so, I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to. Like, I love you guys, but $300 is a lot of money.
Yeah, no, that is a lot of money.
That's a bit much.
Yeah. All right, so tell me what I should draw on here. Should I just do another Harley? Should we do a Harley and then give it away?
Yeah, that could be fun.
That could be fun.
To someone on the live stream? I think
Yeah,
if we do that, we definitely need to do it to our subscribers. Did you guys say that we got like three new subscribers?
Like, I mean, we got 2 by the time I left.
I don't think anyone subscribed since you left, so just the 2.
Hold on one sec. My wife's communicating. Say it again.
I said, pretty sure we got 2.
Okay, so we had 2 subscribers. So if you go in and you subscribe right now, actually, how about this? We'll just draw it, and everybody go and like, subscribe, and then we'll go into the end. Are we need to tell them where though? Twitch TV? Is that where they subscribe, or is it YouTube? Where do they subscribe at?
They would subscribe on Twitch.
Twitch, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to go to Twitch. You have to subscribe on Twitch, and then are we going to say anything else like a like and share?
I just like and subscribe.
Okay, like and subscribe. There we go. All right, so you have until I'm done drawing this, which is 15 minutes. So am I gonna try and do the quick, or am I gonna try and do a nice one? I guess we're doing quick.
Do quick, yeah.
Okay, so I'm already drawing the head wrong. Okay, so when you do heads, start with that gesture.
Yeah, I got some prints made and they were finally ready today, so I was like, shoot. So
I'll go get those.
Yeah, did you do the Fullerton, or where'd you go to?
So I just went to Alpha Graphics.
Okay.
They're really close.
Okay, so it's your original art.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. Yeah, they won't do the fan art stuff.
Yeah, so ran over there, picked those up, and I'm framing them right now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like my stuff, but it's in a frame.
Yay! It's always sort of fun, right?
Yeah. It kind of makes it look professional. Like, oh, look, I draw.
Behold.
Right.
Professionally.
Behold. Yeah.
It's gonna be like getting them rehung. That's gonna be the real journey.
So Perry, you missed it. Private screening Batman.
Mm-hmm.
A little out of my price range.
You literally, I was here for that. You just said
were
it.
you? Okay, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought, yeah. So we got to figure out what we're gonna do for intern day.
Yeah, we'll think of something. Like, it'll be good.
I think we could still go do the. Still go. You know, let's do the. Oh, hang on. You said the VR though made you sick.
The VR made me violent.
Violent.
But, like, not in a good way.
Well, I want to see that, so that just
Me too.
makes me
How dare you?
see.
I want to see Violent Perry. I want to
Yeah.
see what
I
happens.
don't think you do. Like, I don't
think
think
I
that
I
you
do.
totally do, and I want to
There's-
direct that violence at people. So, like,
You're saying
not only do I
people you
want to
don't
see
like.
it, I want to weaponize it and point it in the right direction.
Never did I think that I would be used as a weapon.
It's the first time for everything.
Unleash the Perry bomb.
Well, because like there are certain things that I'm like, you know what? No one needs to see this in their lifetime. One of those being Drunk Perry. I haven't even seen Drunk Perry. I don't care to. And I don't know if Violent Perry is something that should be seen either.
I think so. Oh, daggone it. All my Copics are drying out. Okay, so we're going to just use the super there. Look at that. Look at how nice and juiced out that is.
Oh, super juicy.
That's right.
Like that gum.
Juicy fruit. The taste is
See,
going to move you.
So many times like something will happen and I just want to be like, and that's what it feels like to chew 5 gum.
Right?
Like that right there is what it feels like.
That's funny. I'm drawing so fast that my Fitbit thought I was jogging.
And that's what it feels like to chew 5 gum. I was always a Hubba Bubba person. Like, I would chew Hubba Bubba bubble gum, because it's also just fun to say.
I was about to say, I just like hearing you say hubba bubba.
Hubba
Hubba
bubba.
Bubba bubble gum.
Hubba bubba bubba gum.
Hubba bubba bubble gum.
Hubba Bubba bubble gum.
That's the shirt. The shirt.
I like Trident just because it always tastes really good to me.
I like Trident for days I forget to brush my teeth.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
That's how they should advertise it. Are you too lazy to brush? Do you not want your
Trident.
coworkers to know that your mouth is a dumpster fire? Trident.
You want those 9 out of 10 dentists who will recommend anything to know,
Right,
like to not know that you're brushing.
Yeah, exactly.
Rendingo Art says, Gum 5, sense or stimulate.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I went to at the height of COVID. Like, I usually am every day, no matter what. I brush my teeth. I floss. I do the whole routine. I have a water pick. I have mouthwash, and just religiously every day, no matter what. Okay, it's happening. During COVID, it just didn't happen. I don't know if it was just depression, where it's like, you know, what's the point? I'm not going anywhere. I don't know. And then after the vaccines came out, I'm like, okay, we're back. And then when Omicron hit, it's like, anyway. So now I do it no matter what, even if I'm depressed. So it's just like gotta keep a good mental outlook on life. You can't give in to the not brushes.
It's true.
My depression may be chronic, but my teeth will always be
Be
iconic.
clean. I know. I just think it's weird though. Like if you're happy, it's like instinctual. You don't think about it. It happens. And then when you get depressed, you're like, nah, I'm gonna be a junk mouth.
Let's see.
You have 8 minutes to finish this Harley,
Oh my
by the
gosh,
way.
No pressure. You know what? I should do the red first.
Also, Don Murray 2969 said, Hubba Bubba got banned here. Someone almost choked on them.
What?
I mean, like,
what?
can't you almost choke on any gum, though?
Yeah, you can choke on anything.
I mean, okay, the Hubba Bubba pieces, though, were pretty big. Like, they're
Yeah.
they're
Oh, yeah.
sizable pieces of gum.
They knew what the people wanted.
Yes, and the people were happy, the people being me. But, that's what, because that makes me think of Kinder Eggs. Because, you know, Kinder Eggs in the US, because, you know, you get them over in Europe, and the little, like, pod on the inside has a little toy in it. But apparently, they can't do that here in the U.S. because it's the choking hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but U.S. kids are
Back in high
stupid.
school, I had a friend whose dad would go to Europe all the time for business trips. And every time he would come back, he would bring Kinder eggs to just give out. And so I've had a few that have the toys in them. How anyone could possibly choke on them or eat them without doing it on purpose to try and sue and get money.
See, that's called
they're
natural
large.
selection. It's called natural selection. We're thinning
That's
the
right.
herd. No, I'm sorry. Someone's gonna be like, my brother did that. I'm like, your brother shouldn't have made it. That was nature working. No.
Imagine looking someone in the eye. You go to their funeral, shake the person's hand. It's like they shouldn't have made it anyway.
No, I'm not saying like it's not sad, like there's a tragic accident, but the fact that people like want to ruin it for everyone. You know what I mean? Like it's silly.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Tide Pods.
I told you about my Tide Pod.
Oh, let's hear about the Tide Pod.
Oh boy.
No, okay. It's like one of my favorite things that I own. So here's the thing. I got a lot of my textbooks off of Chegg because you can rent them. They're super cheap. It's great. But Chegg also sends like little additional things if they ship you a textbook. And one time I got like a little 5-hour energy thing. You get coupons, whatever. Well, one thing they sent to me one time was an individually packaged Tide Pod, a singular Tide Pod in its own like little Tide bag. And this was like at the peak of people joking about eating the forbidden
Tide Pod.
gusher.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were talking about eating Tide Pods and
Oh my
whatnot. So I'm
gosh.
looking
Wait,
at this
they,
Tide
they,
Pod.
They called it the forbidden gusher.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So I'm looking at this Tide Pod, and I'm like, I don't think I can get rid of this. Like, I am never gonna find an individually packaged Tide Pod again for as long as I live. So instead, I grabbed a Sharpie and I wrote "Last Resort Snack" on the Tide Pod bag,
See,
and I
but you're
keep
just
it with
being
all of my
funny.
figurines. Huh?
That's funny though. You're just being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't actually, go to try to eat a Tide Pod. Like
Right.
I understand the
Didn't try to
issues,
eat a Tide Pod yet.
yeah, like I'm not at my last resort yet.
Last resort
But
snack.
Last
If I
resort
ever
snack.
reach that, I
Yeah.
have my last resort snack. And yeah, it just chills with all of my little figurines and whatnot.
I wonder how many people are like doubling up on their emergency storage stuff right now. Speaking of like emergency.
Let's see. So Golf Boy Sunday says you can get Kinder eggs in Canada too. And I heard the border guards will confiscate them if they find any crossing the border.
Really?
Okay, that's fine. They'll confiscate
Why?
that, but like my grandmother has smuggled like bacon from Europe over into the U.S. and apparently they don't care. Like
Why would
When I
bacon,
went to Canada
cheeses,
on
all that stuff.
vacation, the border guards just like, they were like, hey, you got anything in your car? We were
Yeah.
like, no. They were like, okay, you can go. Like, it wasn't even a big deal.
that is
Cool.
How
not,
would they,
that is
how would
not
they
the
find
case
Kinder
anymore.
eggs?
That's not the
Really?
case anymore. They are going crazy. Like, yeah, Joy and I got completely stopped by this person that just took their job way too serious right now.
Well, I could still find places to hide Kinder eggs. Watch me.
Prison wallet, man. Prison wallet. Kinder egg.
Oh, no! You're not going to eat a Kinder egg after stashing it in your prison wallet.
You know what? I didn't say you had to eat it. The goal is to get it
my
across the
gosh,
border.
No.
Like, it's a matter of, like, what is the goal? If the goal is to eat the Kinder egg, then yeah, that's not the way to go. If the goal is to get the Kinder egg over the border,
That's the.
See, I was more thinking
got
like
it.
under the seats or something like that. In some shoes, maybe.
Oh my gosh. Prison wallet, Kinder egg. That's the name of this episode.
it's the wallet Kinder egg. That sounds like a horrible, like, band name or something. Like,
It really
what's up,
does.
everybody? We're the...
We're the Kinder wallet prison egg.
Get your wallet, prison egg. Oh my gosh, I love it more like out of order. Just what's up?
My
We're the
dyslexia.
Kinder Wallet, prison egg.
You don't want to know anything else about our name origin, just go with it.
Just go with it. Trust us.
Better if you just don't ask questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they just go. The Don Murray 2969 says the toys and Kinder Eggs just not good. Like, yeah, they're small, cheap little trinkets.
It's
Yeah,
the fact
it's
that they
the
said
experience.
you can't have this that makes me go, well, I want it. Watch me get it anyway.
Yeah.
See,
Like, it makes me go, bet.
and there's the whole flaw in the thinking behind the war on drugs. There's the whole flaw. There's people out there that are like, I'm doing this because you told me I can't do it.
Thanks.
If we just legalized everything, nothing would be a problem. Like, there's, yeah, no, it's true. I'm just saying. Make everything be like, okay, that's cool. I mean, except for things that are like, should be illegal, but.
You guys ever heard of crocodile?
No.
Do we want to?
Is that a kind of pickle?
No.
Oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
The way he said no,
I know,
like no.
I know,
makes me
exactly.
super shy.
Now I'm scared.
No, it's a drug. However, it's basically like a synthetic heroin, but it's so much worse. I did an art project on it.
Like
An art
fentanyl
project?
worse, or how can you get worse than heroin?
Because this stuff eats your flesh.
Whoa, that's worse.
What?
Yeah, because it uses stuff like gasoline and whatnot to make it, and like peroxide. Like, it uses crazy chemicals.
So it's like bath salts.
But then
It's like
why
heroin
would you
bath
ever
salts.
take it?
Because the high... I don't know. But, yeah.
People do.
I learned about it
People
somewhere. Yeah, I learned about it somewhere. I can't remember where. And then I was looking up reference photos, and a teacher of mine was like, "You gotta do an art project, Perry." And I was like, all right. So, I did
I'm
like
glad
a
this
series
wasn't me.
of like Huh?
This wasn't me.
No, this wasn't Chad.
No.
So I did like a series of like candy looking people or something, and like their flesh was just melting. And I
Yikes.
tried to like replicate the wounds that happen with crocodile.
I love that it's named Crocodile.
Yeah. It was a whole thing to learn about, and I was like, wow. This is something that people do. Voluntarily.
Okay, I think we're about done with this Harley. How many subscribers are we at? Did it work? Did we get any?
Not any new ones, but you still got the loyal homies
All right, well, let's
as of right now.
So why don't we get like a numerical number for each one of the homies? How many homies do we got? Do we got 3?
Like 380... 383? 381?
Holy crap.
Something?
That's a lot of... That's... Okay, so we got 380?
No, 381 is followers, not subscribers.
Okay.
Oh.
For subscribers, Chad, you have to check that yourself. We can't see that
Oh, we can't see that. Okay, so I need...
because we're not moderators. We're just
Oh, no. I gotta do
chillers.
stuff and I don't know how.
We're
Okay.
just chillers.
All right.
Yeah, we do just be here chilling.
All right. So let me finish and then we'll go and we'll make the announcement. Now, are we saying you have to be here today to win this? So you have to be watching to be a subscriber?
I would say yes.
So how many subscribers do we still have in the chat? Because if we only have 2, that's a coin toss. That makes it really easy.
So what you can do, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
is you can click users in chat, or there should be a way to see like moderator. There should be a way to see like if you have any subs that are in chat at the
Okay.
moment.
Okay. But I got to finish drawing this to access that, I'm sure. Okay. I'm calling it good because I think we're out of time. Are we out of time? Oh, we're 4 minutes over. Yeah, we're okay. All right, so there's our Harley quick sketch. Turned out all right.
Our Harley
Yeah,
Quinn.
I think so.
Yeah, lots of fun. Okay. All right.
Oh, Golf Boy Sunday just barely subbed.
Oh, Golf Boy.
Squeaking in there.
Golf Boy's like, I'm doing this. Okay, good job, Golf Boy. All right. All right, so you guys are going to have to walk me through this. Now, I can't. I need to bring it up on this other. All right, so here, we'll just have the image up here, and I will open. Uh-oh. Okay, Cinemark. All right. Sorry.
Make sure you pull it over to another screen.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, all right, so let's go to. All right, so I'm on my Twitch.
Okay.
Now what do I click? Stream chat.
Hang on.
Users in chat. Okay, here we go.
Does it show you which ones are subs?
So who just subscribed? It was
It was Golf Boy.
no. There's nothing. Golf Boy's name looks like everybody else's.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out.
Let's see. Hold on. I think if I go to let's go to hold on, I think there's like settings. And we go to subscriptions. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's mine. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Channel? Here we go, dashboard. And we go to insights. Community, here we go. Follower list. Activity. Dang, where do you find out where your subscribers are?
I don't know. I'm trying to look too.
Well,
We can always just keep trying to
I say
figure it out.
yeah, but I mean
Because
we got to end the stream though, so let's.
Yeah,
So we can
yeah.
figure it out after the stream and then announce it next stream. So
Okay.
tune in next time to find out who won.
All right, and we'll say Golf Boy and up. So if you're a subscriber, Golf Boy and up. So we'll count Golf Boy, and then and we will announce it. We'll announce it. How about we announce it next Friday? Does that work?
Yeah, next
Yeah,
stream.
we can do that.
Okay, so we'll announce next Friday who gets this lovely quick sketch Copic Harley, and we'll get that shipped out to him. If your commissions, so we'll do a commission gallery just at the end here. All of these are going to get shipped out today, so this one will get shipped out. This one will get shipped out. And then I have the Lady Death one as well. So can't show the Lady Death, and then we have Hawaiian shirt. I need to do a little bit more work on this. But if one of these are your commissions, as soon as we're done here on the stream, I will get them in the mail, and they will be to you by the end of the week. So that's it. Any last messages before we go, guys?
Have a great day, y'all.
Yeah, have a great day. Like and subscribe. And
Yeah.
then, Perry, are you streaming later? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming in about an hour, just doing some comic stuff. It's gonna be
Okay.
a little bit shorter today, but should still be neat. I'm inking page 11.
okay. All right. So everyone, if you can, jump on Jump on Perry's stream. Ray, when's
Yeah,
your stream?
it's you're on Twitch.
It
Parasite.
changes all the time. I need to come up with a consistent schedule.
Okay, all right. So just follow and join Ray when you can. All right, that's it, everybody. We'll see you next time. And like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Win stuff. Maybe we should do something everything for like a win. Anyway, we'll talk about it. We'll see you guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Safe to talk.
I know, we did it. Yay.
Yay.
Hey,
Okay.
we had a lot today.
Yeah, we did.
We had a lot. All right, cool.
But yeah, sorry for running away like midstream.
What's so funny? Cause like I got to figure out a way to like not get this thing like rocking when I live stream. I'll figure something out though. But that was fun. That was good.
Yeah.
I'm still
I think
filming.
that went well.
Oh my god.